reasons why I need to hold on to everything. I don't know what to say now. I need to hold on to.
Hello and welcome to Cosplay Craft Tech on this exceedingly hot day. I'm joined today by Drunken Sailor and Mumbo of We Be Spartans. I completely definitely remembered your names. How are you doing, guys?
We're alright.
Fine, a bit warm.
A bit.
A lot.
Yeah. So, tonight we're going to be doing, as I said, Cosplay Craft Attack, which is definitely not going to be monetizable this week due to reasons which I'm about to explain. So, the basic challenge is I have to build a costume, specifically Spartan armor, with no glue whatsoever. None. None. Instead, I'm using tape, i.e. gaffer tape and double-sided tape, and it's not working particularly well. It's not perfect. It's a long way from perfect. They've already seen the video. They know it's not perfect. They know it's a long way from it. It's in fact very much in the opposite direction. Yeah. So, without any further ado, let's play the first video, which is me building something this week. Okay, so today is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to shove my crotch in the camera. I'm making crotch armor. Yeah, so the Mjolnir armor from Halo has a codpiece, which I'm going to need to make. I'm also going to need to work out how the hell to fit it so that I can actually still retain movement, which I'm thinking means it's not going to go all the way through and under. Gonna blag it a little bit, be honest here. Right. This. Oh.
Oh, good, keeping the shot.
Yeah, so this was the fun bit of just let's throw tape at bits of foam and hope it results in a belt type thing? Maybe? It ended up longer than it initially was, and given that we're talking about a cod piece, I'm not going to say that again. And then the usual, I don't know what the hell I'm doing, so I'm going to stop here and stare at the screen for a few seconds. Maybe that'll give me some inspiration, which involves putting more foam on it.
Device the scene.
Oh, and of course having to try it on to work out if it's the right size.
We do the exact same thing.
Yep. It's not the best. And now look, it's finished, it's full circle with the addition of a load more gaffer tape. It's definitely not called bodge tape for any kind of reason. Ugh. If a gaffer tape actually sticks, it's so much better than double-sided tape. It just... Double-sided does not dig into the foam at all. Which we're going to see an example of soon.
Just keep wrapping me.
Yeah. Keep going.
I've got a few rolls of this, let's just add a bit more.
Just use all the foam and just have nothing but tape.
It takes two next.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this was the codpiece belt type thing from the Mjolnir Mark V, so the one from Combat Evolved, which... It started off thinking, yeah, it's the one with the least polygons, so it's going to be simpler.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how true that was. And it's... At some point soon, it's going to get awkward of me stood with the camera pointing at my genitals.
Oh, we got the next video.
Knew from the start this was going to have to be a thing.
Have a nice butt curve as well.
I'm just trying to get it, because I don't have a reference picture to hold up right now. Because it sort of curves up, away.
Yeah.
I basically just took a knife at it and hoped. Well, a shout out to Erwin for their really sharp lip. Sorry.
Yeah, no, it's just saying you started off with the measurements and then you've just kind of given that up and just gone, yeah, let's do a curve here. Let's go with a curve here. Yeah, great.
Yeah. Just,
No,
let's
it's
face it, you can only measure it for so far until you realise,
Yeah.
no, just.
Yeah.
And I think this might be me literally cutting out something to cover my shame.
Yep. I've made too many of these.
Yeah.
I knew from the first cut what it was.
I'm really trying not to make jokes here about size,
It's just...
but I
Alright.
don't want to get kicked off Twitch.
It wasn't.
Oh yeah.
Oh, listen to that terribly looped music. That was...
I don't know, I'm getting my groove on, I like it.
Yeah, but like, how
I know.
good is the editor that you can hear the specific end of the track before the next one starts? Amazing. And the continued fun of please stick together. Stay as one piece.
I don't know.
Oh, yep, this was the butt flap.
This is my favourite part of building. I
Yeah.
love building the butt flap. It's like the easiest part of the suit.
Yeah, it's just sort of like chunk of foam, curved
Yeah.
at the edges.
It's a rectangle with 2 cuts into it.
Yep. And this is where I attack with tape. Just so much gaffer tape on that back section. I didn't want that bit to fall off.
Now we don't use tape until our bits fall
So,
off.
as it turns out, this is actually super convenient. This section here works really well for sticking down gaffer tape. It's awesome. Just my pure excitement. Oh my god, I found a way to make it stick better. Maybe. Hopefully. Yeah, sensible people use the tape to fix it
Yeah.
rather than to make it. And you looking at it and thinking,
Okay,
is it gonna
so
work?
This is a bit weird. I have crotch armor. It feels very, very odd to have crotch armor. And now this is going to be on stream and YouTube. We can't monetize this.
And there you have it. The construction of something. I'd like to claim something good, but I think we all know I'd be lying. So, let's move on from my shame to how good you guys are. So, what actually got you into making armor from, as far as I can tell, mainly from Halo, but you've made a lot of different ones.
Yeah. Well, it started about 3 years ago. We went to Cardiff Comic Con, just in normal clothes, just walking around. But we didn't see any Halo cosplays.
Okay.
It was just like, we wanted to go there, we wanted to see Halo cosplays, and there was nothing. So on the car ride home, we just sat down and was like, we gotta make some Halo cosplays. So it all kind of just kicked off from there then. It's just, each year we would go back with a new costume,
Yeah.
new Spartan suit.
Yeah, upgrades.
Yeah.
And
Literally.
you've made so many different ones at this point. I was having a flick through your Instagram, and we've got, what, at least 3 different like Spartan suits each? By the
Each
looks of
we've
it.
built, I think we're at 7. We've built 7 Spartans.
Jeez. And then you've also done, oh yeah, that helmet is so creepy. That was the one from Halo Reach that you could only get if you're a Bungie employee or something, wasn't it?
No, that one is you need to play the game for at least 2 years to get enough rank to unlock it.
Jeez.
So, which I have. I'm not bragging, but
Which is rubbish.
Oh man, that's ridiculous. And just the finish quality makes me really bitter. I'm not gonna lie.
well, if it helps, the inside is just covered in tape. So
Tape, hot glue, pins, everything. And see the Master Chief there with
Just chilling.
a head that hasn't quite rendered yet and a few
Yeah.
bits missing.
A few limbs missing, yeah. Oh, this is her suit, so...
Oh, okay. And from looking at the helmet, I'm taking that means you use Pepakura?
Yep. All our helmets start off with Pepakura, some cardstock, and we then resin it and spend weeks sanding it. Just week after week until it's smooth.
Okay. So, when you say resin, does that mean it's like resin fight? That was what I wanted to get to. Has already beat me
My
to it.
brute suit, yeah.
Brute Chief. Is it a chieftain?
Yep, it's a chieftain.
Jeez. That must be so hot to wear.
Yeah,
Yeah, a little bit.
you were dying in it.
Yeah, I was a bit warm.
That's just like such a different thing to the normal armor as well, though.
Yeah. Well, no one had built a brute. I searched everywhere, I asked around, and any brute that was made was just a person in a monkey mask. So
Okay.
I needed to up it. I need to build a brute. So now I built a brute with a monkey mask.
That was great, shaving the hair off the monkey mask to try and get it smooth. It was fun.
But obviously, just leaving the giant mutton chops, like 'cause
Yeah.
they all had those, didn't they?
Yeah.
That
The jaw moves, everything on it is like movable, and so it was a
that
fun
must
project.
be one hell of a sight to see. That.
Well, we wore it for Geek Fest in Newport.
Oh, okay.
I've worn it once. It's just so warm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
that might be a Northern Scotland middle of winter type
Yeah.
deal. Which,
but,
funnily enough, there is a con in there.
yeah, we actually won the Geek Fest competition with the Brute and Master Chief.
I'm really not surprised. Your armor in general looks really well made, but that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
There's so much fur as well.
Oh, the fur. We literally bought, I think it was about 3 meters of fur, and
Jeez.
it just
Right.
wasn't enough. So we had to order some more, and we were just like, okay, now what?
Ugh.
So we've still got a load of fur just wrapped up, just sitting there waiting for an upgrade brute.
So, that's your ridiculously huge range of stuff, and I guess we have actually covered how you like to work, but
Yeah.
as far as the rest of the armor other than helmets go, do you tend to use foam or resin, fiberglass?
We were going to make our suits out of Pepakura, but they're too flimsy.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
it's either you cover them all up and you put layer after layer and then it'll stay, or you use foam, which was the easiest option.
Yeah, and I suppose the foam is going to be a lot lighter than anything resin-based, because it's a lot less dense.
Yeah.
And how easy to fix when you mock up.
The tools I mainly use are just EVA foam, a very sharp knife.
Yeah.
So many knives.
Oh my god, so many. It's like the EVA will make it dull in 3 or 4 cuts, so...
Oh, yeah. But thankfully, you can get packs of like 100 Stanley blades.
Yeah, which I love.
I'm also told the Irwin ones are really good. Hint, hint. Do you reckon we can get them to sponsor us? That'd be great.
So much cheaper as well.
Oh god, yeah.
Oh, yeah. But so that's the good bits.
Yeah.
Now let's cover the less good bits.
Oh, wait.
So, would you like to share with us your biggest mistakes in making armor or helmets or props or anything? Because I've seen you've done some amazing props from the Halo franchise as well.
I like to say that we don't make mistakes. Like, we're perfect straight off the bat, but...
But lying makes people cry.
yeah. No, we make a lot of mistakes when it comes to helmets or just sizing. Yeah.
Yeah, sizing is the big one.
When it comes to suits and EVA, we can easily change that. Like, if the suit is a little bit too big, we just cut a couple of pieces off and we stick it together and it fits perfectly. But with a helmet, you can't do that. Because as soon as the helmet's built, it's built. But you don't know how big this helmet is going to be until it's about halfway through.
Or it goes out of shape as well, especially.
Yeah, that's another thing with resin. When you start putting resin on a helmet, it will warp the helmet. So you need a nice support inside. And I think if you go through my Instagram, there's a couple helmets where I'm just jumping on them. It's just a helmet on the floor, and I've just ran in and jumped on it because I think the Master
You were finished with it?
The Master Chief was the third helmet we built that was the mistake from it. So there's 2 other Master Chief helmets that were too big or too small, and just
I mean, too big, you can work with that.
Yeah, you can put.
Too small is.
Yeah.
Look, I've got a nice hat.
Well, too big, you can become a bobblehead.
Yeah, but then my helmet needs to be bigger than yours because I got to tuck my hair inside.
Oh yeah, that's another thing.
If you've got longer hair or thick hair.
Yeah, I can feel that.
Yeah.
In this family, it's like, I've got a smaller head, she's got a bigger head, so it's like, no, I can print off one size and I'm done. It's, no, I'm going to be sizing.
Calling me big-headed.
Yeah.
So is there, like, anything within the Pepcura program to be able to do the scaling and get it to work with anything, or?
But it will cost you.
I take it that's the expensive bit, whereas the rest of it's free?
Yeah, if you want to save your progress, so say you've edited the size and it's become a little smaller now, you need to spend at least £30 to £40 on the actual disc to get it. It's like, oh yeah, it's a good one-off buy, but it's 30, 40 quid and you don't know how much you're going to use it.
Yeah, that's the problem with these things. Oh yeah, it's this great piece of kit for cosplayers. But remember, you need to spend money on it.
In the long run, it's worth it.
Yeah.
Just having it saved, just knowing I can easily just edit this now instead of, oh no, I've got to start it all over again, because as soon as you move one, everything moves. So you need to track everything inside the border of this A4 piece of paper.
So absolutely every single piece is interdependent on all of the other pieces of the drawing.
Yeah.
As someone who trained doing CAD, that's a nightmare for me.
Yeah.
I'm going to try not to descend into hell right now. We have to finish the stream first. But so, your main problem, actually that seems to be the main one for everyone who uses Pepcura, sizing.
Yeah, I think anyone on the 405th will say sizing is their biggest issue for a Halo suit.
405th, that's a forum
that's the
for
Halo cosplay page. That's where you can go find all the information on building suits.
Maybe I should advertise this on there.
I'm
Maybe
sure
we should
they'll love
about
it.
this.
You would love it.
Oh yeah, the chance to go, look at that idiot.
Well, they said that when I was building my Groot suit.
Yeah, and she showed them.
They showed it now and they're like, oh, okay.
But that being said, how about we move on to laughing at my painting now? Which I thought was going so well at the time. I was really proud. Yeah.
Alright, it's painting time. So, okay, I've got my crotch armour done. It also happens to function as ass armour. And a very attractive belt. So what I'm going to do now is take a bit of advice from Nesh from last week and hit it with some Plasti Dip. Except I couldn't get Plasti Dip, so I've got Plastico. I'm assuming it's the same thing.
More or less.
Well, I was working on the theory that it's got the word plasty in it, so that probably just means it's got a plasticizer in it. I don't know.
Yeah.
It was what they had in Home Base or Home Bargains, something like that. The place I went because I realised I didn't have the right paint. And our tech is just pointing out that the mic stand is being abused. But it's serving a purpose better than it would have been. That's what I'm going to tell myself.
Alright, so there is actually still a load of marker visible. So what I'm probably going to do is let that dry for a little while and then hit it with the grey primer. I've changed my mind. I'm going to hit it with another layer of the Plastidip. And hopefully I'll be able to remember that it's called Plasticoat, not Plastidip, because I bought the different one. And we're getting the usual problem of anything that's stuck together with the double-sided tape stripping itself away. I.e. this.
Yeah, so pretty much as soon as I came back in after I'd left it to dry for about 15-20 minutes, everything had torn itself apart. Also, shout out to the door magically being open.
Okay, so with the second coat of Plastidip, reasonably dry, because it's definitely Plastidip, not Plasticoat. It's Plasticoat. I've got that wrong again. Right, so either way, whatever it is, the plastic paint stuff is touch dry. So what we're going to do is throw some grey primer on it and hope.
Yeah, so some of it was just pointed out is maybe the tape reacts weirdly with the paint, or the paint seeps in, or I wish I knew. I mean, I think I'll bring it up later in this filming, but as far as the drying goes, I think I've worked out what it is. The tape doesn't set, so you can heat it up and it gets peeled away.
The tape will probably have like a clear coat resin on top of it. That's what gives it that nice, easy shine. So the paint's probably trying to react to the resin.
Yeah. Well, basically what I do is I stick a 2 kilowatt heat lamp pointed at it to dry.
With another layer of grey primer on it, we're going to actually add a final bit of Plastidip because I've run out of normal paint. Thankfully though, the grey primer has actually covered the marker I was using to lay everything out and work out sizes, so it did the job.
And cue me I'm pretty much emptying the can at this point, just hoping that it'll stay reasonably green. Hoping.
Okay, so with that, another layer of Plasticoat. I got it right this time. I'm amazing. With that last layer of Plasticoat, that's a complete lie, it's not the last layer. I've put another layer of Plasticoat on, and what I'm going to do is let that dry for 15-20 minutes, till it's touch dry essentially. Whack one last layer on, one last one, because there's not a lot left in the can, and I'm just going to use a lot of it up. I'm going to whack that on and then leave it to dry overnight because I'm taking 1 day build to mean 24 hours. Okay, so I've let that dry for a reasonable amount of time, and now what I'm going to do is hit it with the last of that plastic coat? Yes, it's Plasticoat, not Plastidip. Yes. Right, so going to hit it with that and then leave it to dry overnight, and hopefully the results will be better than the previous ones.
So as it turns out, the results are not better.
Plaster coat is very strange in terms of the results of it. But at the time I had hope. Okay, so that's
was
the
enough.
painting finished. Aside from the drying time of this. And with the really cool lighting effect coming from behind my right shoulder, I think what I'm going to do is leave it there. I've actually seen some better results than usual. I've finally worked out why the double-sided tape gets really weird when I'm actually painting it. And it's the heat of the drying lamp mainly. And also the way the paint seeps in, I think. It causes it to bubble, so hopefully with the plaster dip stuff, which is definitely what I bought, again, I'm so bad at that, it'll actually be flexible enough that it won't crack too much when I press it back against everything, which I will do in around about 12 hours, because it's getting kind of late now. But this will be left to dry overnight, and hopefully we'll get the best results so far. I'll throw a hint. As far as paint finish goes, the results were actually pretty poor. We'll use that word. So with this, hell... Actually, no, the lighting's really bad for that, but the fit works. Kinda. Kinda. I'll keep telling myself that. The main problem is just the paint finish is extremely patchy.
Yeah.
I've no idea why. I'm assuming it's something to do with the actual foam, because it looks like it's seeped in all over the place. Excuse my hair being caught in that. Looks like on the thinner foam, yeah, it looks eh. On that thicker foam, God, that's horrendous. I have no idea what I'm doing at all. Let's just break absolutely everything while pulling the chair back forwards. So, that was the painting results and all of that, and I don't know what I'm doing, it just looks terrible now. That camera's too high. But... This is what I get for not being allowed to use glue. Because I can't even seal it with PVA or something similar. Anyway, so would you have any thoughts on the overall length of everything and the forwards and backwards and... be kind.
Before you start painting it, hit the foam with a heat gun.
Okay. Because it's an open cell foam, isn't it?
Yeah, if you hit it with a heat gun, everything's going to see... It's kind of like a basic plasti dip. It's not going to give you the same results as a plasti dip, but it's going to seal all that foam up.
Okay.
So it'll make it completely smooth. It's what we do. It's when we go before we paint it, we hit our entire suit with a heat gun.
Yeah.
Make sure you'll see the foam change color to like a darker grey.
Yeah, because there's shine to it.
Yeah, and that will help the paint go on smoother.
Mm.
So that will always help.
Let's hold up my big thing. Would it go as opposed to the outside, more like the end you get on?
Yeah.
So where all the holes are actually sealed up?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like you're still going to get a couple holes if the hole is pretty deep.
Yeah.
But if it's only a small bump, that foam is just going to pop out.
Right.
It just makes it so much easier to paint.
Okay.
Mm.
So would you have any recommendations on, just in terms of building it and putting it together, how that might be improved aside from using glue?
That's hard. I don't know. It's from what it looks like. It looks, seeing as you're not allowed to use glue, it looks like a codpiece.
Yeah. And you haven't got the messy edges of the glue over-seeping or to tidy it up.
Yeah.
So
It's with tape, it works pretty well. I like that you didn't use the diaper technique, which is a term where the cod piece from the front hits the back and goes between your legs. That's called the diaper
I was thinking
technique.
that, but there's no way that would actually fit between my legs.
We've always hated it.
never did it.
Some people like to do it because it keeps the cod piece together,
Yeah.
but it's
I mean,
your
during the
legs
build
are
process,
then spread apart.
I found this
I really loved
and
it.
thought, you know what, that might actually work in terms of it stop it going like that. You can't see what the hell I'm doing, but like that.
Yeah.
But then I thought, how the hell am I going to attach that and have it actually stick to it?
Yeah, and then if it comes loose, you don't really want it hitting anything valuable, if you get what I mean. Like, you don't want it just to spring off and be like, oh no.
It's that uncomfortable.
But yeah, I think if you add a bit more pieces of foam to the side, because there's a lot of negative space on the side,
Yeah.
so if you add maybe just a couple futuristic detail kind of things, like maybe a pack or something. Like, I know the Master Chief doesn't have a pack on his side, but
Yeah, but
a lot of people like to add something to it.
apart from
it
anything
will-
else, it allows pockets, because that's something I've also realised. Something just fell over. This is going to be horrendous if I actually wear it. I'm going to have no storage space for anything.
Well, I came up with one solution in mind, especially because when we drive to the conventions, I need to put money or my keys or my phone somewhere. So inside my cod piece, I put one of the bum bags.
Oh, okay, yeah,
I actually attached it inside the cod piece. And it's a thin black one, so I
So
was
around
able,
about there where it would
yeah.
be.
So the attachment, I had pockets inside to put like tickets or
Oh, okay,
my phone inside, and it was actually covered. If you can get quite small ones inside, and it was actually used then to do it up, take it on and off.
Right. That's a really
Yeah.
good idea. Because that also hides it from photographers and stuff like that as well.
I've never seen it in the photos except for
Maybe
the London
one.
Yeah. Just because it was a bit smaller, that cod piece. But usually they're quite well hidden, and
Yeah.
you know, it's just for like essential things. But
Yeah, I've never done that. I've just said I don't care anymore. I'm going to stick a pocket on the outside. So on my 5-piece, I have a big military pocket just hanging out. I'm like, I don't care anymore.
Well, I mean, you need somewhere to shove your phone and...
Yeah. Well, my phone is actually in my wrist plate.
Yeah.
So when I walk around, my phone is just right on my wrist. And it's just sticking out. So it looks like a tack pad from Halo Reach. So I use my phone in that.
Right,
So.
I know a couple of people who've made particularly the left forearm, like oversized, so they can just shove a phone down it.
Yep. That.
or don't do what you did and drop your phone trying to get it out.
I didn't put any pockets on the Master Chief suit. And I just thought, well, I can put it in my wrist and it'll be fine. But then I stretched and my phone just slid out and it cracked. And I was like, wow, that was that.
It was a fail.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Could have been worse, though. Could have been worse, I guess.
Your suit could have broke.
It did break.
Oh, yeah.
It broke later on.
But if you were going to give that hell thing that means we can't monetize this a score out of 10, what would you think?
Yeah, 6 out of 10. I'll give you 6. Yeah,
I'm ecstatic with that, because looking at that, God.
I think if you had 4 to the side, it could bump it up to an 8.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, get a bit more going on, so it's a bit less boring.
8, yeah.
We'll give you an up-to-date one once it's finished.
Yeah, it's like, don't be scared to accidentally rip the phone because battle damage.
I'm waiting for the accidental cut where I just think, oh, it's gone too far, it's battle damage.
Yeah. That's
Just hit it with a heat gun, it'll spread it, or...
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like when we're dremeling it, we dremel a bit too much. We're like, oh no, a grenade. That's that then.
Yeah.
Well, funnily enough, I've got something that might be arriving tomorrow that might make all these a little bit better. Let's hope. It's almost like built-in battle damage. Because when you get to the chest, I can suddenly turn it into Halo 3 Master Chief and take a chunk out of that.
We did come up with the for the London ones to have what was it in the chest?
Oh yeah, we stuck a load of needlers in our chest piece. It's like, oh no, battle damage.
Through the foot.
Yeah. And a big hole in this, so you're like, oh, we'll just put 3 in there.
Yeah.
It works. Assuming you wear it properly, it's going to look right.
Yeah, he's the weathering expert. I'll do the coat, I'll airbrush it, and then
He's the one that makes it pretty, and you're use it properly, your results aren't going to be very good.
Yeah.
Like, you can have this amazing, beautifully kitted out workshop, and if it's my level of skill, you're not going to improve over that because I wouldn't know how to use most of it.
No, we hear that a lot at conventions, and people come up to us like, "Oh, I could never do something like that." But it's. I mean, you showed it yourself. It's so easy.
Well, yeah, but you're the artsy craftsy person.
Oh yeah, but still, it's so many tutorials, and I mean,
there's so much information out there on it.
Yeah. Well, I need to be told to do it, or like say this piece needs to be where, and I'm like, oh yeah.
But yeah, I've slowly been showing her how to build her own suits and her helmets, and she's slowly getting it. So it's like
a few chest pieces,
but
the arms.
I mean, our first suit.
You can see the dead-eyed expression of, oh god, what have I gotten into?
It's impatient and screaming, and the foam being chucked at me across the room.
It's like, no, you're doing it wrong,
Get out! And I've stuck 2 of the wrong pieces together.
It's like, oh. But no, I've helped a couple people with their suits. They've contacted me and said, how do I do this? How do I get here? And it's just practice. Like, don't be afraid to make a mistake. Yeah.
Mistakes are just bumps on the road to not making mistakes and learning and all those other platitudes that sound really nice compared to, you're going to screw it up. You're going to screw it up a lot. Roll with it. But that said, let's roll on and see the litany of errors that is the time lapse of this entire mess, and we can all laugh at the fact that I'm going to make you all watch paint dry. Okay, so the watching paint dry will come in a bit. At the moment, it's my crotch is central on that screen. This is the crotch episode.
Yeah, I'm the exact thing.
Why?
Sit there and I'm like, oh no.
can I at least just move the chair forward, please? I edited this and somehow didn't notice this. God.
I like the music. I can jump to
And see, when it's sped up like this, it makes me think, wait, what? But that was like 2 or 3 hours of my life. And it's going by in about 2-3 minutes.
Yeah.
This is unfair.
I mean, it's your first COD piece though, so if you ever build another one, you'll realise, oh my god, I can do this so much quicker now.
Pretty much.
It's like, I built 7, my last half hour to build.
Right.
Yeah. And I was just like, oh, I did this. So
Sound,
oh,
all the everything cut out.
just got on package. Yeah.
And this is the bit where, so look, I'm painting it. And in about 10 seconds, I'm going to walk away. After pointing I think it's a 3 kilowatt heat lamp at it. You may notice it changes shape a little bit.
Yeah. Kind of just have it keep going and we just slap those.
Yeah, just a quick little bit of cleaning up and then shove my ass to the camera multiple times. Yeah, I'm sure I shouldn't say anything about something that's attached to my hips droop, should I?
This one.
Yeah.
And again, the guess where Mac is time. Yeah, I wanted to make sure it was dry. That's my excuse then. And apparently my boss wants this garage space, which is true because around Manchester they're so cheap. Oh yeah, and enjoy watching the pack down of I forgot to turn off the time-lapse camera. Is that it done? Yep, I think that's it done. And with that, I think that's us done as well. So we're going to be back on Friday with the CosChat stream. That'll be at 8 PM here again, as per usual. And I have just been told we have Coscraft on that stream. As in the people that seem to make half of the good wigs. Gee. The guest on Friday is Coscraft. Oh, that's... okay, so that'll be at 8 a.m., 8 p.m. I've lost it all. I've lost the plot.
Yeah.
So, 8 p.m. Friday, twitch.tv/costumeandplay, Coscraft. The wig people. That's going to be awesome. We'll be back next Monday with more of this and a bit less crotch. Hopefully. That depends on which piece I'm doing. I might remake that. I don't think I'm allowed to remake that, but that's what's going on. So I'd like to say thank you for joining us. You guys have been fantastic. So that was Mambo and Drunken Sailor from Tuesday. We have a new show on Tuesday. The chat is shouting at me that we have a new show on Tuesday, which is tomorrow. That'll be Fandom Theory tomorrow at... What time is it? I'm hoping they'll reply soon, but I realise there's probably a 10-second delay. Yeah. I'm trying not to lose the energy here. But, so you guys are We Be Spartans. What's your Facebook name? It's We Be Spartans, right?
We Be Spartans, and Instagram is Mombo240.
Sweet. So that'll be there. You can find them and their great pictures and selves and armor, and that brute is mind-blowing. I may have plans now. I don't like you because you're making me have more plans. This is almost like when they mentioned the Warthog last week. Yeah. So
Pelican. Yeah.
I think that might be a bit outside of my abilities.
I don't know. I think I could do a Pelican out of foam.
The problem is I want to make a drivable one. I don't think I can make a VTOL aircraft quite yet.
I don't know. Yeah, pretty easy.
We can have a competition, see who does it first. So thank you so much to you guys. You've been great, and wow, we took up longer than I thought. That's awesome. So thank you very much. Thank you to everyone who watched. I looked away from the camera when I said that because I'm amazing. And that's us done. Boom. Bye.
I smoke too much, I drink too much, I tell myself that I can't stop. We could see clearly now.